And a big welcome back to the 2018 NWAC Volleyball Championships right here on court number 2. We're going to have 3 A bracket matchups for you as well as 2 B brackets. So we got a full day of NWAC volleyball. Unfortunately, we had to bid it due to a couple of teams. Shoreline went home early, as did Bellevue. The clash of the Titans was won by the Tacoma Titans. The Lane Titans are headed home. And Blue Mountain sent the Skagit Valley Cardinals packing. So we are down 4 teams, and we are just about ready to kick things off. Let's go ahead and throw things down to our public service announcer as he introduces the teams in today's first contest.
Good morning, everybody.
And a big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center, site of Day 2 of the NWAC Volleyball Championships. And we got an A bracket matchup to kick things off today that will feature the Highline Thunderbirds and the Linn-Benton Roadrunners. And hello everybody, I am Wes Tucker. I'll be keeping you company over here today on court number 2 as we get set for 5 broadcasted games right here on the second court of contention. 3 A bracket matchups, 2 B brackets, and we're ready to kick this thing off in high fashion. Again, both of these teams advancing through the A bracket yesterday. We'll go ahead and get you the results of those games. And Highline taking down Bellevue by a score of 3-2 set-wise, and Linn-Benton taking down North Idaho with a 3-2 set score. So we're in for a grand way to kick off today's action at the NWAC tournament. Back to serve for Highline, Mali Kawa, and we are set for some NWAC volleyball from Tacoma. It's going to be set up on the outside. They try to go over, but not able to take care of it. Is toe of the Roadrunners. First point of the game is going to go to Highline. Now, Linn-Benton and Highline did meet a total of 3 times during the regular season. Linn-Benton won the first matchup, but the other 2 have been won by Highline in 3-1 fashion. But when Linn-Benton did collect that win, they did so in a 2-0 victory in the preseason tournament. It's going to be set up in the middle. Big opportunity here, and unable to capitalize on it is going to be Alicia Nguyen. And way out of bounds it goes. Linn-Benton wants the touch, and they do indeed get it. So it's a 1-1 contest here in set number 1. Again, this is an A bracket matchup, which means that there will be best of 5 sets, whereas B brackets are best of 2 always. And now heading back to serve is going to be Madeline Norris of the Roadrunners. Going to be set up front. It's just going to have to be passed over. Not enough power that time coming from Akana. And the point will go to the Roadrunners. Get the sign here. He's indeed touched twice. And it looks like the culprit of the two-touch is Keani Troy. So 2-1 in favor of the Roadrunners. Madeline Norris back to serve again. And her serve is up and across, waiting for it. Troy, now they're setting Troy up on the outside. A beautiful block up front. And the perpetrator, Grace Phillips. Again, Phillips, the sophomore out of Tualatin, Oregon, giving the Roadrunners a 2-point lead. And Norris back to serve once again. And Madeline Norris, a Lebanon native, and fires one way outside. So a service error for Norris, and it's a 3-2 score here in the early goings. Meanwhile, over on court number 1, the Spokane Sasquatch and Lower Columbia College Red Devils are just underway. And two powerhouses going at it on court 1, two powerhouses on court 2 as well. This one's awkwardly passed to the side, and it's got to be toe, but way out of bounds it goes. And we are tied 3 points apiece here in set number 1. Yeah, we'll have A bracket volleyball for you right after the conclusion of this one, but April Talagia with the serve is going to be able to kept up by Norris. It has to be hit across by the libero Nuth. And there's some good work up front by Troy. Set up now over the net. And Tao trying to pick the corner and does. 4-3 the score here in the early goings. And now it'll be Tao back to serve. And Allie Tao, the freshman out of Sweet Home, Oregon, put on quite the display in the A bracket matchup against the Cardinals. They set up Troy outside, and now Nuth going to be able to pass it across. Here comes Norris, and able to stick with it. Going to be set up now, and nobody's able to get there. Some miscommunication on the end of the Roadrunners will tie this game up at 4. And Thunderbirds and Roadrunners going at it here on court 1. Winner will advance to play a little later today. Game slated to start at 6:30 this evening. As the serve is up and over, this time coming from Akana. A lot of Hawaiian natives on the Highline roster, as always, with a lot of their sports. They do a lot of recruiting from those Pacific Islands, as the point's going to go to Linn-Benton there, just a little too far outside off of the touch of Nguyen. So that's going to send Sabrina McDowell, the freshman of Cottage Grove, Oregon, back to serve. Just barely clearing the net. Nguyen waiting for it, set up, and Troy tries to put it away. Set up outside, and unable to take it that time is Afflatooni. Tying us up at 5. So back and forth they go. Meanwhile, over on courts number 1, the Spokane Sasquatch have a 7-4 lead over the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. Adrienne Haggerty set to serve. Waiting for it is Nuth. Set up on the outside. Here comes Norris, and nicely dug out in the back, and great blocking up front by Nguyen. Norris. Nuth on the outside, and off the block. Credit that one to Afflatooni. And now Afflatooni back to serve for the Roadrunners. In the defensive front of Highline, very tall. You got Kate McGrath measuring in at 6'3". You got 6'2" Adrienne Haggerty, and 5'8" Juanita Tuimavabe. And there's a good kill on the outside. And another one credited to Norris. 7-5 the score in favor of the Roadrunners. Service just outside, but a quality serve nonetheless. Darn near hitting that white line, but unfortunately goes down as a service error. 7-6 here, and that's going to send Kiki Troy back to do the serving for Highline. Serve is up, waiting for it, both Nuth and Afflatooni. Little soft approach that time, set up. Double set in the middle, and down it goes, and there's the first sign of life from Janiyah Wright. And two fairly evenly matched teams. The Roadrunners swept Highline on August 25th back in the tournament. However, lost both regular season games against them. 3-1 at home and 3-1 at Highline. Outside set for Nguyen, and a quality block up front by Norris. Nine to 6 your score here in the early goings. And quality serve coming over from Carrillo. Little soft approach, waiting for it. Norris set up on the outside. Here comes Tao, and a quality block up front from Nguyen. They go outside, and Troy finds the gap. So 9 to 7 the score now. With a quick point being picked up by Troy, and going back to serve will be Alicia Nguyen, freshman out of Renton, Washington. Total of 8 Hawaiian natives on this Highline team. Nguyen with the serve, up and over, and Norris not able to get to it off of the awkward pass from Carrillo. So 9 to 8 goes the score here. And Nguyen set to serve once more. Ball up and way over, right to Carrillo again, set by Norris on the outside. Here comes Tao, and a little awkward pass that time off the hand of Troy. Over it goes, set again. They're going to try Tao again, and there it is off the block. And it looks like it went off the hand of Missy Ribeiro. So 10 to 8 the score. It's going to be the Linn-Benton Ribeiro. Kaya Nuth, the serve, sophomore out of Lebanon. And put over again, this time by Norris. Ribeiro. And Phillips trying to get some power in there for the Roadrunners. Here comes Troy. Going to Tao again, and just out of bounds, resulting in a 1-point lead for Linn-Benton. 10 to 9 the score. And a correction. They're going to say that it was in fact touched twice on the side of Highline. So 11 to 8 the score. And you can see the confusion in Coach Chris Littleman's eyes over on the Highline bench, wondering what just happened. Now set up by Troy outside, and no one can handle that power that she's got. The perpetrator there was Taylor Bell, the sophomore outside hitter. 11 to 9 the score as the serve from the libero Kawa. Up and over, Phillips with a soft approach. Set by Troy. Here comes Bell. Quality blocking up front by Phillips. Ribeiro. And hitting the boundary marker off the Linn-Benton side. 11 to 10. So back and forth these two teams go here in set number 1. And quality stuff going on here on the first court, first game. And nobody can handle it when it's wide open like that. I mean, Grace Phillips already possesses such raw power, but then you give her open space like that, and she will pick it every time. So Norris, her second trip behind the serving line, and quality block up front by Phillips. 13 to 10 the score. And the media timeout comes into play when the first team reaches 15. It's a 15 to 10 score over on court 1 in favor of the Sasquatch, as Haggerty can't clear the net. So 14-10. 1 point away from the media timeout. Yeah, that could truly work to the advantage of Highline. Again, timeouts have true momentum shifting power in volleyball as well as basketball. Set up outside. They're going to try Bell. It's going to be dug out. Set by Dylan Tao off the block. Another quality block, and that one down off the block of Haggerty, 15-10. And that's going to force the media timeout. So 15-10 in the early goings here. But before we go, we'd like to remind you today's game is brought to you by Baden. The NWAC would like to thank Baden for supplying the official game balls of the NWAC Championships. Baden is committed to developing and producing the highest quality products in sports and is driven by what is right for the athletes. Baden, perform better.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
Today's game also brought to you by Centralia College. Your college for associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, and job training. Apply now to get jump on classes and financial aid. Applying is easy and free. Visit www.centralia.edu to learn more. Centralia College. Go boldly. So back here at the Convention Center, serve well up underway. Taylor Bell blocked up front by Phillips. And it's going to be an early 16-10 lead for the Roadrunners. Again, coming out of the media timeout. And now Norris will head back to serve. Again, Norris has had some good service numbers through this tournament in 2 games. Kawa up front. And set over by Ribeiro. Outside attempt, and there's off the block this time. It looks like it caught the hand of Madison Sackman, freshman out of East Wenatchee, Washington, making it a 17-10 score. So the timeout not providing the momentum shift that Highline was hoping for. So now it's set up in the middle. Here comes Haggerty, dug out well. A little soft approach that time by Aflatui. And Ribeiro on the outside, able to collect the point for the Thunderbirds. 17-11 the score. A rather comfortable 6-point lead for the Roadrunners. And that is going to send Talaiga back to serve out of Auburn, Washington. 5'6" freshman. Set outside. Here comes Tao. Set up again. Here comes Sackman. Newth. In the middle, Phillips able to be blocked up front by Haggerty, and then Haggerty puts it away. Nice work up front. And Haggerty, another one of those players that just possesses some insane power. It is an 18-14 contest over on court number 1. Spokane Sasquatch with the advantage. So now we await the blessing of the official here, and there we go. Waiting for it is Norris. Set up on the outside and into the net off the hit of Aflatui. So Highline starting a little run of their own. And Jamie Frazier has yet to use a timeout, but there's a service error, giving a point back to the Roadrunners. Again, no bigger momentum killer than those unforced errors, especially the service errors. You fight so hard to get that point back, and then you throw it right into the net. 18-13 score, dug out well, set by Kawa. And it's going to go to the Roadrunners. It was touched twice by Kawa, according to the officials. 19-13 the score. And Tao back to serve. Up and over, well set up on the inside, and it's going to be Nguyen hitting it across. Waiting for it on the receiving end is Norris, and here comes Tao once more. Haggerty set up and a quality block, and it's set backwards. They're able to save it up. Oh my goodness, back across the net it goes, but out of bounds. Boy, that was some quality defense we just saw from the Roadrunner squad, but not enough to collect the points, and now it's going to be Madison Sackman to do the serving. Service on 19-14. Set up outside, and here comes Tao, and putting it away for another point of her own. 20-14 the score, as that 20-point threshold is crossed first by Jamie Frazier's Roadrunners. And always a very competitive team here in the tournament are the Roadrunners, consistently making quarters and semifinals, as that ball goes out of bounds off the block. And this time it looked to be off of Aflatooni. So 20-15 is the score, and it's going to send Adrian Haggerty back to do the serving. Service up and across, going to be set by Norris on the outside, and it's going to be well taken care of by Micaiah Philly, and they aren't able to clear it once more. So 21-15 the score. 6 points. The differential. And Aflatooni to serve. Just clearing to that service. Ace for Aflatooni and the Roadrunners. 22-15. A little surprised that Coach Chris Littleman has not yet taken the timeout, as this ball has to be set back across. Good presence of mind by Sackman, knowing that she can't hit it to another teammate. And Sackman hits it over once more, set by Norris in the middle, and look at that, brought back down by Janiyah Wright, 23-15. So 8 points, now the differential, as Aflatooni is on a good serving run of her own, including one service ace on the day. Serve is up and good, waiting for it now. On the outside is Bell, and Bell puts it away off of the botched set attempt by Aflatooni. 23-16 the score. And Thunderbirds are going to send Troy back to do the serving. Serve from Troy, well over, passed up twice, and Toe blocked up front by Ribeiro. 23-17. And Thunderbirds not done just yet. Now service just over the net. Newth waits for it and set across. And it looked like it may have been touched 4 times. It looks like the referee disagrees with me, as another quality piece of blocking up front results in a point for the Thunderbirds, 23-18. And Jamie Frazier is going to take a timeout. So away we step, but don't you go anywhere. We will be right back after this. Today's game also brought to you by the Northwestern Athletic Conference. Fans, be sure to check out the NWAC on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also, visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on scores, schedules, stats, and more. Linn-Benton just out of a timeout, now hitting the ball back across, and 23-18 is the score. They set up Ribeiro outside, and like I say, it was touched twice by Troy, the setter. And 24-18. Now the score, set point number 1 for the Roadrunners. And it's going to be Carrillo back to serve, Sutherland, Oregon native. Serve is up and over, waiting for it is Sackman, Troy. And Nguyen is blocked up front, and set number 1 belongs to the Roadrunners. So a quick 1-0 lead for Linn-Benton. So we'll step away again, but we got plenty more volleyball when we come back. And you're watching the NWAC Sports Network.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
And a big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. 1 set in the books. And as you can see from our scoreboard here, the Linn-Benton Roadrunners lead 1-0. Meanwhile, the Spokane Sasquatch leads 1-0 over the Lower Columbia College Red Devils over on court 1. Again, Pete Richmeyer is keeping you company should you decide to watch that game. Yeah, we'll have another great matchup for you approximately a half hour after this game is concluded, as Madeline Norris is all set to do the serving for the Roadrunners. Going to be set up in the middle, and here comes Haggerty collecting the first point for the Thunderbirds. 1-0 in favor of Highline. And the next game that you will see on court 2 is going to be a good one. It's for real. Chemeketa Storm and the Pierce College Raiders. As Norris sets up outside, here comes Phillips. It has to be hit across, nicely dug out, set up, and they go outside again, but instead it was touched twice on the set by Philly. So says the referee. 2-0 in favor of the Thunderbirds. Service up and across. And down, no, able to keep it in play is the Thunderbird defense off of the block. Now Newt sets outside, and they go to Afflin-Tooney, and no good. So that brings our score 3-0 in the early goings in favor of the Highline Thunderbirds. Again, the Roadrunners, no strangers to coming back from deficits. They had a 3-2 set matchup in their first game against the North Idaho Cardinals. And way out of bounds. That's going to be the first point for the Roadrunners, 3-1. Again, best of 5 here in A bracket play, and Tao will head back to serve. Service up and over, waiting for it is Troy. Outside they go to Sackman, who gets it down off the block of Phillips. 4-1, the score here on court number 1. And Linn-Benton in good position with a 2-0 lead. Pardon, 1-0 lead when it comes to sets, and that's not going to make it any better, as Philly hits it backwards, making it a 4-point deficit for Jamie Frazier's Roadrunners. And service across from Sackman. Waiting for it, Norris set outside. They go to Afflin-Tooney. And Sackman again off the block of Phillips. 6-1. What a run that Highline has come out on. And now Sackman to serve. Set a little awkwardly up front. Newth has to do it again. And that one's hit backwards off the hand of Kawa, the libero, for the Thunderbirds. And it's going to be a 6-2 game, which will send Sabrina McDowell to do the serving, a freshman out of Cottage Grove, Oregon. Service up and over. Waiting for it is Troy. They go to Bell on the outside, and it can't be handled by Tao. 7-2 is the score. And Adrienne Haggerty to serve for Highline. A little awkward pass up front, and it's going to be hit over now by Tao. And good blocking up front, but better defense from Highline. And Tao again trying to pick that back right corner, but Haggerty's there waiting for it. Here comes Bell. And Afflin-Tooney able to get it down off the block. So again, you can't count this Roadrunner offense out of it just yet. A very tenacious squad. So the serve from Afflin-Tooney is over and set across the net. Tao waits for it. They go outside to Philly and off the block. A point for Highline. That is Kate McGrath. So 8-3 as Highline has taken control here early in set number 2. Comfortable 5-point lead, and there's a service ace for Troy. And as if on cue, here comes a timeout from Coach Frazier. So away we step once more. But before we go, we would like to remind fans that today's game is indeed brought to you by Clark College. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for winter quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more.
Chose Centralia College because I love the small town feel here. You know, everyone has each other's back. We're all winning programs. We have a lot of competition here. A lot of it is the support coming from the community that you might not feel anywhere else. My name is Autumn Grand and I play volleyball for Centralia College, and I go boldly.
So back we go now as Phillips able to clear the net. Up it goes again, and double touch on the side of Linn-Benton. And the first point after the timeout taken by Jamie Frazier is going to go to the Thunderbirds. So again, 10-3. The score now, 1-0 lead for the Roadrunners. And here comes the next serve from Troy. Outside it goes, and Micaiah Philly blocked up front. And way outside, a point goes to the Roadrunners. A 6-point lead right now for Highline, 10-4 is your score. Again, best of 5, still a lot of match to go. It'll be Carrillo back to serve for the Roadrunners. Just clearing the net, waiting for it is Kawa. Set up in the middle, McGrath. Norris to the outside. They go to Tao, and Tao collects the kill. Again, Tao, one of the big stories in the first Linn-Benton matchup that we had against the Skagit Valley Cardinals. And now going to be hit up and set by Norris, and just wide, says the line judge on the far side. Would have been Janaea Wright who collected that point had it happen. And they go to Tao on the outside, dug out, and they go toward the area of Sackman and put down on the set by Norris. So the Roadrunners now going to send their libero, Kaya Nuth, the sophomore from Lebanon. And the serve is up and just over. Set on the outside. And back it goes. Nobody's going to be able to get there. So the lead back to 6. 12-6 the score in favor of the Thunderbirds here in set number 2, trying to tie it up. Meanwhile, the Spokane Sasquatch has a rather comfortable lead over the Red Devils on court 1 as a service ace from the libero Calla results in a 13-6 score. So this is certainly a different Roadrunner defense we've seen here in set number 2. Set up outside. They're going toward Thompson, and she can't clear the net. So 14-6. as Phillips not able to get the job done there. And service up and across, now waiting for it Norris, and just clearing the net, waiting for it Bell. And now Troy from the outside. Newth sets it up, and Tao unable to bring it down. It's going to be hit across by Newth. And here comes Sackman off the block of Phillips. Another point for the Thunderbirds. 15-6 the score. A 9-point difference, and Coach Frazier forced to take another timeout. So once again, we step away, but we'll be right back after this.
It's about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid?
See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
So back we get to the action. Calla to serve. It is a 15-6 score in favor of the Roadrunners. As ball is hit up by Norris, trying outside for Tao, and Tao with some good power, but not quite enough. And good put down up front, and that one comes from Grace Phillips. So first point after the timeout is indeed won by the Roadrunners. And now it's going to send Madeline Norris back to serve. We'll see if the Herculean task of coming back from an 8-point deficit will prove too much, as this one falls. A service ace for Madeline Norris, 15-8. And no timeouts have been used in this set by Coach Littleman of the Highline Thunderbirds. As the service up and over, awkward pass, and another service ace for the Roadrunners. So a couple of aces for Norris. That's her third of this match. So the serve is on the edge. A 3 in a row. Service ace, tic-tac-toe. And now a timeout will be taken. But 3 quick points, 1 after the timeout. And really quickly, before we let you go, we would like to remind fans to check out the official tournament merchandise of the Northwestern Athletic Conference. T-shirts, sweatshirts, and Under Armour gear. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit NWACstore.com/NWAC.
I chose Centralia College because I really felt like school, academic-wise and soccer-wise, it would be a good fit for me. And then I come here and I play, and it's like the competition is crazy, and I don't think the label of community college means anything to the skill that people have. My name is Gabby, and I play soccer at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
So quick timeout taken by the Highline Thunderbirds. And the first point after is going to be won by Thunderbirds. Looks like Adrian Haggerty got good power behind the swing there. And now it's a 16-10 lead for Highline. Again, a timeout taken after 3 consecutive service aces by Norris, and now Linn-Benton's going to win a point after the boundary marker was hit. So 16-11, the Roadrunners have closed the deficit a little bit. Again, they trailed by 8 at one point, now only trailing by 5, and Tao back to serve. Up and across, and nearly botched by Haggerty. Set up on the outside, and here comes Philly. That one catches the edge of the court, 16-12. So Linn-Benton continues their march here, back to try and even this game up. The setup's going to be hit across. Waiting for it is Tao. Set up in the middle, and Phillips well blocked up front and trying to pick the corner, and does. My goodness, Aflatooni takes the opportunity, making it a 3-point deficit as the Roadrunners continue the march. Very tenacious play. Set up outside, and Haggerty finds a way to put Highline back on the board. 17-13, still a very close matchup here in the second set. And it's going to be Sackman to serve for Highline. Tao, now Norris to the outside they go. Micaiah Philly dug out by Kawa. And Haggerty touches it twice, trying to get it over the net. So a point for the Roadrunners. Sabrina McDowell back to serve now for Linn-Benton. A 17-14 serve well over the net. Set up outside. They're trying to go to Troy. And set across. Haggerty gets a piece of it, and nobody's going to be able to get there, as it will fall between Janiyah Wright as well as Sabrina McDowell. 18-14 the score. And Coach Frazier has taken 2 timeouts this set. And the serve from Haggerty, awkward way to try to dig it out, and it results in a service ace for Haggerty and the Thunderbirds. 19-14 the score, and Haggerty to serve once again, back to a 5-point lead. And a service error, so perhaps a momentum shifting opportunity for Linn-Benton. And coming in, seeing her first playing time of the match is going to be Deja Smith, native of Albany, Oregon, as her serve just clears the net. Set up on the outside, and Bell way outside. A point for the Roadrunners, 19-16. Again, Littleman's only used 1 timeout throughout this second set. A very competitive set number 2. As Deja Smith barely clears the net with that serve. Set up on the outside. Here comes Bell. Quality block work up front. Set up now by Norris, and Smith able to put it down, and that one is going to have to be hit back across. Waiting for it. And nice work on the outside. A point is going to go to the Roadrunners. They have brought the deficit back to 2, 19-17. As Deja Smith will try to continue this serving run, and now a conversation between a couple of the officials. And maybe talking about there was perhaps some contact. And the point will indeed stay with the Roadrunners. So nothing really changes there after the conversation, and now a timeout's going to be taken. So Littleman elects to use that timeout, and we will step away. But before we do, we would like to remind you fans that today's game brought to you by the tournament host, Pierce College. The NWAC would like to thank Pierce College for hosting the NWAC Volleyball Championships. Many staff and volunteers help make this event a true success. Thank you, Raiders. Thank you very much.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
So the Roadrunners trying to stay hot on this streak that they've been accumulating as the serve is up and over. And quality block up front by Highline makes them cross the 20-point threshold first. Still a 3-point set, a very close one to say the least. So Highline set to do the serving now, again wearing the black and green uniforms that make numbers very hard to see from back here. And set up on the outside, it's going to be Micaiah Philly. Set up now again for Nguyen. And now a middle set and brought down courtesy of the power of Janiah Wright. 20-18 the score, as this set can still go just about any fashion. Meanwhile, the Spokane Sasquatch have a comfortable 2-0 lead over the Red Devils on court one. As a serve from Carrillo goes to the right side, and unable to handle it up front is Wright. 21-18. In best of three here, the Thunderbirds trying to knot this up at 1 set apiece. Linn-Benton trying to take a 2-set lead. And outside setup's going to have to be hit over. And now blocked down, but on the wrong side of the net. So another point for the Thunderbirds. It looked like Wright had the block, but the net just did not agree with the placement of the ball. 22-18 as the serve is up and across. Waiting for it is Carrillo, and that's going to end up a service ace. And it's a 23-18 score. So Highline close to tying this up 1 set apiece. Nguyen on the serve, just barely clearing the net. Set up on the inside and able to save it is Sackman, but on the block, it's Wright. 23-19 here on court number 2. So still a chance for the Roadrunners try and take this second set. They have to be darn near perfect from here on out. As Kawa gets set up front, they go to Nguyen, dug out by Newth. And how about Phillips? But Sackman kind of bumped out of the way, and that's going to end up a Linn-Benton point, 23-20. Looked like some miscommunication there between Sackman and Kawa on the side of the Thunderbirds, running into each other and kind of knocking each other out of the vicinity of the ball. As the serve is up, waiting up front, they go out to Sackman, and Sackman on the inside edge. Set point number 1 for the Thunderbirds. Zokawa set to do the serving. Up and across, waiting for it is Smith, and now off of the block and waiting for it is Kawa. Sackman the opportunity. Go outside, and here's Tao, and Tao collects the point off the block. So now it's going to have to be perfection from behind the service line for the Roadrunners, and it's going to be Madeline Norris heading back to do it. And serving from the right side, she'll appear on the right side of your screen. Service up and over. Set, and Adrienne Haggerty collects it on set point number 2. So 1-1. Now the score set-wise, and we will take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Things are heating up here on court number 2, and we'll be right back after this.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
Not bad, Trent.
So ready to resume play at the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. Again, it's a 1-1 tie when it comes to sets here, as we show you now on our scoreboard. And Highline is going to be doing the serving to kick things off. It'll be Kawa, the libero, to get things off and rolling. And now we have the blessing of the official. We're ready to rock and roll as the serve is up and just clearing the net. A service ace for Kawa to kick things off. And meanwhile, over on court number 1, the Spokane Sasquatch currently lead the Lower Columbia College Red Devils 2-0. And here's a setup at the net by Norris, and Tao blocked up front. Set up, here comes Bell, and off the block that time, up Tao. Another point for the Thunderbirds, 2-0. Right off the bat. Again, the Thunderbirds have beaten the Linn-Benton Roadrunners twice during the regular season, once at home and once at Linn-Benton. So serve is up and over, set on the outside. Here comes Tao. Sackman waits for it, now set. Here comes Sackman again, and just able to clear the net, and down it goes. So the first 3 points right out of the set break are won by Highline. And winner of this game will face the winner of the game on court 1, as the ball just skips over the nets, and they're just not able to keep it in bound. And it looks like it was the official on the opposite side of the court that made the call on out of bounds. So interesting angle to take, but the call was made, and now it's 4-0 So 4-0 right off the bat for the Thunderbirds. Set up, and now it's going to be Phillips who's looking for an opening, and way out of bounds it goes. So they had a layup of a point, but instead too much power off the hand of Phillips makes it an early 5-0 score in favor of the Thunderbirds. Ball clears, set up outside, and what a block by Haggerty, but the ball still up. Waiting for it is Kawa, and nobody will be able to get to this one. And it looks like Nguyen, not too happy there, made a very dirty look at Sackman when both of them didn't go for the ball. And Haggerty can't keep the ball up, so 2 points won by the Roadrunners after the miscommunication of the Thunderbirds. And now Norris. Back over, Haggerty will get it off the touch of Linn-Benton. 6-2 the score here in set number 3. Meanwhile, an 8-8 score in set 3 on court 1. The Red Devils have to win 3 sets in a row against the juggernaut Spokane Sasquatch if they want to keep that game in the win column. Outside set, here comes Tao. And now set to the middle, and Haggerty comes away with the kill. So April Talaiga back to serve now for Highline as it goes across the net. And it's a miscommunication there, and Tao's going to have to clear it. Set up, here comes Haggerty with the kill. My goodness, nobody can handle the power of Haggerty this morning. And that's going to force Coach Frazier to take a timeout. So away we step. But we've got a lot to resolve here in set number 3. We'll be right back after this.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade? See ya! Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
So back we come now to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. Highline jumping off to an early lead here, and set-wise we are tied at 1-1. And back to serve now Nguyen, just clearing the net, and it's going to be set up by Norris, and off the touch of Nguyen, it'll go out of bounds. So the first point after the timeout taken by the Roadrunners will go to Linn-Benton. Yeah, meanwhile, Lower Columbia falling behind to the Sasquatch in set 3, in danger of being swept 3-0. And now set up outside. Haggerty tries a softer approach. Norris, and now it's going to be Phillips, and Haggerty hits it across. Outside, they try Micaiah Philly. And ball still in the air, and Afflatuni finally able to collect the point. It goes out of bounds off the touch of Kawa, the libero. 8-4 now the score. And it's going to be Tao doing the serving for Linn-Benton. Ball is way out of bounds, and a service error results in another point for the T-Birds. For some reason I wanted to say Tundra Birds all of a sudden. And now Sackman to do the serving. Outside set. Here comes Micaiah Philly out of bounds. You know, a lot of good power being shown by the Linn-Benton Roadrunners. However, a little too much power being shown is having a problem keeping the ball in play. As Sackman's serve is set up twice, and there's Phillips. 10-5 the score here on court 2. Meanwhile, the Spokane Sasquatch lead 15-10 over the Red Devils on court 1. And Spokane lost a total of 9 sets all year. They had a perfect regular season as the ball has to be cleared, and it's going to hit the boundary marker, so a point for the Thunderbirds. Again, the boundary marker has not been the friend of the Roadrunners either. As a matter of fact, the line judge on the opposite end of the court making a out-of-bounds call. Trying to put it over the outside, and there's some good power shown, and down it goes. And it looks like you can credit that one to Acuna. 12-5, and Adrian Haggerty back to serve. Haggerty with the running approach. Serve is up, and waiting for it is Micaiah Philly on the outside. She goes, and with the kill of her own. (12-16) the score. As the Spokane Sasquatch continue to widen the margin over the Red Devils, 17-11. Newth waits for it, set by Norris across the net. Sackman waits, and now an opportunity here off the hand of Aflatuni. And now outside, here comes Nguyen, and Nguyen dug out well by Aflatuni. Nguyen once more, and this time finds the corner. And no, out of bounds, says the nearest side judge. So 12-7, and now Aflatuni with the serve. Does barely clear, and outside set up. Here's Nguyen again, and won't clear the net either. 12-8, Roadrunners trying to regain the lead. They won the first set by a score of 25-18. And then Highline claims set number 2 by a score of 25-21. Ball sent across the nets and set again, this time by Troy, and able to come away with it off the touch. And that is going to send Keani Troy back to serve. And Highline leading 13-8 as serve is up and over. Aflatuni with an awkward pass over, but it works, and out of bounds it goes. 14-8 the score, and Coach Frazier is going to take that second timeout. So Frazier being forced to use those timeouts rather liberally here in the early goings. Has not been the greatest of showings by the Roadrunners. And before we step away, we would like to remind you fans that today's game is brought to you by Red Lion Hotels. We would like to thank the Red Lion, the hotel, the Northwestern Athletic Conference, with friendly service and unique local flair. Red Lion Hotels gets guests closer to the main attractions in good times. With full-service hotels and a wide variety of amenities, discover your escape across the Red Lion family. Thank you, Red Lion Hotels.
I chose Centralia College because I love the small town feel here. You know, everyone has each other's back. We're all winning programs. We have a lot of competition here. A lot of it is the support coming from the community that you might not feel anywhere else. My name is Autumn Grand, and I play volleyball for Centralia College, and I go boldly.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
So back we get to the action now, and it's going to be a 14-18 lead in favor of the Thunderbirds. And right out of the timeout, they're going to go ahead and drop that first point on a service error. So we bring our scoreboard back here, and it's another point for the Roadrunners. Again, tied one set apiece. Set up toward the outside and not able to clear the net is the Highline outside hitter. And that was Ribeiro, who was unable to take care of it that time. 14-10 the score. Middle set, outside it goes, and handled well by Afflatuni. And just tapped across the net. Some good work by Ribeiro. And Ribeiro been shining here in set number 3. And now Nguyen all set to serve. They try to go toward Micaiah Philly, and down it goes, and you can credit that one to Tina Bethel. 16-10, and Coach Frazier of the Roadrunners has used a couple of timeouts already in this set, but it looks like the Thunderbirds are in good position to take a 2-1 lead in a service ace from Nguyen. 17-10, and Nguyen back to do it again. Middle set. And now Sackman. Norris to Tao, and off the block. At time of Ribeiro. Meanwhile, a 23-18 score on court 1. Sasquatch 2 points away from taking a victory over the Red Devils. It's a good block up front, but Sackman not able to save it. Another point for the Roadrunners. Yeah, back and forth these two teams have been, and now Newth is going to do the honors. Upset again, and Phillips not able to finish it off. Here comes Sackman, and Sackman blocked at the net. Another quality point for the Roadrunners, 17-13. And you gotta wonder how much longer Coach Littleman's gonna let this go without taking a timeout of their own over on the Highline bench. It's just put across, and a great point collected there by Ribeiro. 18-13, and meanwhile the match has been won on the first court by the Spokane Sasquatch. Winning it 3-0 over the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. Outside set, here's Tao off the block, collects the point for the Roadrunners. And a big welcome to those just joining us who have watched the Spokane Sasquatch take out the Lower Columbia College Red Devils to advance to the quarterfinal match. They'll play a little later today. Set outside, and Tao off the block continues it. And Sackman now, and 2 touches on the side of Highline. So the Roadrunners continuing their march back, trying to even it up. Seems we've heard this song before, but Highline was able to hold on and win in set 2 as the ball clears and put down. A point for the Thunderbirds. So Lower Columbia College will play here on court 2 a little later this evening. And a correction as still waiting on the official score now. Scoreboard says 18-15, so that's how I'm going to do my scoreboard real quick. And the point will, in fact, go to the Roadrunners. And it's going to be 18-16. The point was not yet awarded, so a 2-point deficit now for Linn-Benton. So the Roadrunners continue their march, and there's the timeout taken by Coach Littleman. So we shall step away, but don't you go anywhere. We got more NWAC volleyball when we return after this.
Life is about moments.
If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight. You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid? All right. See ya. Right at it, right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
So timeout taken by the Thunderbirds, trying to regain some momentum, and 18-16 scores. Haggerty tries to stop the approach, and it's going to win for a Linn-Benton point. 18-17 as we show you here. It's tied 1 set apiece. And Linn-Benton on the march. 18-17 the score. Set up. Here's Haggerty, and Haggerty puts it away, putting Highline back in the scoring column. In 1-1. And back to serve for Highline next will be April Talaiga. As the serve is up and across, waiting for it is Carrillo. And off the block of Sackman, 19-18. So teams trading points now, coming out after the timeout. And momentum seems to be in the Linn-Benton court right now. Very energetic bench over there. Set up, and here's Haggerty blocked up front, and we're tied at 19. So some quality volleyball being played here. And the winner of this game will face the Spokane Sasquatch later this evening on court 1. Set up, they go to Haggerty. Haggerty is able to get her fingertips on it, and here comes Afflatooni out of bounds. So 20-19, a 1-point differential, a quality set of volleyball being played here on court 2. Waiting for it now is Newth, and there's a good kill from Grace Phillips, 20-20. Could be in for an extended set here in set number 3. Serve is up and good from Phillips and put across the net. Here's Haggerty. And they go again outside and find the ground. So 21-20 your score. Meanwhile, in about an hour, the second broadcast game of the day will start on court 1. And service error by Haggerty. Good discipline there by Newth to let it go out of bounds, tying us up at 21. And now the serve up and over from Carrillo, and out of bounds it goes. A point for the Thunderbirds. Trading points back and forth. Who's going to get to that 25 marker first and claim the advantage here going into set number 4. Again, set number 5, if necessary, would only be played to 15 points. As the serve is up and good, and back across the net it goes. Big opportunity on the outside, and Bell nearly makes them pay for it. Afflatooni with the unforced error, and now the difference is 2, 23-21. And back to serve again will be Kiki Troy. Service up and passed awkwardly. It has to be hit over. Another opportunity for Highline to widen the lead. Outside they go, Nguyen, and she capitalizes. Set point number 1 for the Highline Thunderbirds. And trying to take that 2-1 lead set-wise. So the service up. And touch the service ace. And that is how set number 3 comes to an end. The score 25-21 and 2-1. Now the lead for the Highline Thunderbirds. We'll be right back after this. Don't you go anywhere. 4th set in just a few short minutes.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
So back we go now to the action. A 2-1 set lead for the Highline Thunderbirds, and all set is Madeline Norris to kick off the fourth set, as the unforced error of Highline will give the first point to the Linn-Benton Roadrunners. And a reminder, a 2-1 set lead for Highline. And Norris back to serve yet again. Service is up and over. And Haggerty comes down with another one. My goodness, she has just been a force to be reckoned with. And Adrienne Haggerty with 178 kills on the year. Alicia Nguyen, the only one with more, with 184 of them on the regular season. And now service is up and good, and will they be able to keep it in play? They will. Dug out, set, over the net, and over toward the boundary marker. Great work keeping the ball in play, and Linn-Benton is going to come away with the point. 2-1 in favor of the Roadrunners here in set number 4. Roadrunners trying to force a fifth and deciding set. Meanwhile, the Thunderbirds trying to outright win it here. Service is up and good. Sets, and the point put down. You can credit that one to Kiki Troy. 2-2. Again, the teams traded points back and forth for a while in set number 2 until the Thunderbirds finally pulled away. The Thunderbirds came out strong in set 3, and there's a quick point collected by Tao. So 3-2 we go. And we have one more A bracket matchup for you on court 2. We got a couple more B brackets and one more A bracket after that. Again, we'll have the quarterfinal matchup in a little bit, as Linn-Benton can't save that one. 3-3. And Pierce College, the host school, going to be featured here on court number 2, as well as the Edmonds Tritons, in an effort to settle our other quarterfinal game. Outside set, they go to Bell, and able to be dug out. Can they save it? No, they cannot. So Highline takes the 4-3 lead over the Roadrunners. And Adrienne Haggerty to serve. Ball is up. Newth waits for it. Outside, they try going to Philly. And now, off Fatuni. Set across again. Philly waits for it. They go to Alfatuni on the right side, and a good hit off the block will tie us up at 4. So back and forth they go. So the service is good. Waiting for it on the opposite end is Bell. And put across rather sneakily, I might add, by Kiki Troy. And now it's going to be Troy to do the serving. Service up and good, and that one's passed awkwardly to the side, and now the biggest lead of the set is 2 points, and it belongs to the Highline Thunderbirds. And Troy to serve once again. And then you got the unforced service error. And big momentum killer there. We'll see if Linn-Benton can take advantage of this opportunity, as Carrillo will go back to serve. And Carrillo standing at 5 feet even, and service ace for Carrillo and the Roadrunners. And one of the smallest players in the tournament out of Sutherland, Oregon. And a service error for her as well. So now we'll see if Highline can take advantage of the opportunity after the service error. Service up and good from Nguyen. Set up by Norris on the outside, and there's Tao collecting the point. So back and forth we go. Again, the first set was won by the Roadrunners. They scored 25-18. Then Highline took control, 25-21 in set number 2, as well as a 25-21 score in the third set. Norris sets to the opposite side, and Tao was actually touched twice by Norris, according to the official. So Highline pulls ahead, 8-7. In Linn-Benton sporting the yellow jerseys with the white jersey libero. The outside set up. Phillips trying the soft approach, and Haggerty absolutely demolishes the ball. Meanwhile, the Highline Thunderbirds sporting the green and black with the green libero. 9-7 is your score. The service is going to be aired again by Kawa. So 9-8 we go. And Norris to serve once more. And Norris with 3 service aces on the day. Sackman waiting for it. Set up on the outside. They're going to go to Sackman again. A little bit of an awkward pass, but they're able to clear it. And now set, and here comes Haggerty, and a block up front by Phillips, able to get the job done, and it's 9-9. Service up and over again. Norris had some good serving numbers. Haggerty trying a softer approach. Carrillo waiting for it, and here comes Tao. Sackman again from the outside, trying to cross it up, and they go to Tao again. It was touched twice by Norris for the second time in the last 2 minutes. So 10-9 in favor of the Thunderbirds. Again, these teams have been trading points back and forth. And the last couple of sets have been this way, but then Highline began to pull away from the crowd as it's cleared by Tao. And now Sackman trying to do something with it, but it'll land in play. So here we go, 10-10. Again, media timeout at 15 points. Has been an exhilarating fourth set so far as Tao is ready to go, and a service error from Tao. Boy, and my count over here, my scorecard shows that is the 7th service error of this set. Outside set up, Tao again waiting for it is Kawa, and they go now to Nguyen, and the point's going to go to the Roadrunners. Nguyen looking for the touch, but not getting it. So 11-11 the score, and Phillips will go back to serve. And there's a double touch on the side of Highline, and now Linn-Benton has the lead. And Linn-Benton's first lead in this set since the first point of set 4. And now it's going to be Phillips to do the serving again. Service is up and good. And Haggerty trying to come away with it, put across by Philly. And down it goes again by Haggerty, tied at 12. Score starting to represent an intramural volleyball score, generally trading 1 point at a time back and forth. Always fun to see good competitive matches like that, though, as way out of bounds off the hand of Aflatui makes it a 13-12 score. And now Adrienne Haggerty to serve for the Thunderbirds. 13-12, a tedious 1 point lead. Outside they go, trying to Philly, and it's going to be touched twice by Norris yet again. So 14-12. Highline 1 point away from starting the media timeout as the serve from Haggerty is up and good. Nearly taken care of by Nguyen, but they'll go to Philly Outside, there you go to Alpha Tui off of the dig attempt by Haggerty. And now 14-13 your score. Set up, they're going for Nguyen, and Nguyen not handled as well as they should have been, and that's going to be 4 touches on the side of Linn-Benton. So 15-13 is the score. And a timeout will be taken for media purposes. So away we shall step, but don't you go anywhere. We got more NWAC volleyball when we come back right after this.
Life is about moments.
If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings. Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade? See ya! Right at it, right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
So back we get now to the action. A 15-13 score, and the service from Highline good, set up by Norris, and now just put away by Janiyah Wright. So first point out of the timeout will go to the Linn-Benton Roadrunners, and we'd like to remind you that this game is a 2-1 contest in favor of Highline. 15-14 the score, and now Carrillo to do the serving. Waiting for it is Kawa, set up on the outside. Here comes Nguyen, and a good block up front as it was touched 4 times on the side of the Thunderbirds. So 15-15 as this set has not disappointed at all. Service just skipping over the net. And here comes Nguyen. Passed awkwardly to the right side, and Carrillo has to put it over. Big opportunity for the Thunderbirds outside. Here's Nguyen. And just able to capitalize. 16-15. Again, the last 2 sets both won by Highline by scores of 25-21. Set up outside, and Tao, some good defense up front by the Thunderbirds. Higher attempt this time. Set by Kawa, and here's Nguyen with the unforced error, tying us at 16. So 16 all the score, and Newth back to serve now for the Linn-Benton Roadrunners. Serve is up and good. Sackman waiting for it. Set up, and look at that off the touch. Collected by Kate McGrath. So back and forth they go again. And now it'll be Kawa to do the serving, the libero for the Thunderbirds as the serve is up and over. Waiting for it now, Norris. Set up in the middle. Here comes Tao, and off the touch, the Roadrunners collect the point. So back and forth, the trend continues. And the only timeout taken in this 4th set has been the media timeout. So both coaches still have them all under their belts to use should things get out of hand. Serve is over Sackman. And Sackman puts it across. Waiting for it is Newth, set by Norris. And now set again, has to be put over this time by Troy. Set up twice, and here's Phillips. And now Nguyen. To the outside, they go to Tao once more, and a quality digging in by Troy. Put across by Haggerty. South by Norris, outside. Here comes Alf Latuni. And it's got to be put over this time by Kawa. Nearly dug out. And out of bounds it goes. A point for the Thunderbirds. And my goodness, what a hard-fought point it was. 18-17 the score. And going back to serve now is going to be Talaiga. April Talaiga, the freshman of Auburn, Washington, and a service error ties us up at 18. And now Tao to serve for Linn-Benton. And winner will play in the quarterfinal match later today on court 1, but Haggerty blocked up front. Loser will play a little later on court 2. And well dug out and can't be saved by Philly. 19-18 the score. And Linn-Benton trying to force that fifth and deciding set. Highline trying to win it now. Zachman's serve. Inside. Phillips trying a soft approach. Now Haggerty. They go now to Nguyen. Trying to pick that outside corner. And down it goes. Linn-Benton ties it at 19. So this truly has the feel of an extended set coming your way. And now doing the serving is going to be Grace Phillips. Phillips ready to go. Serve is up and across. Waiting for it is Kawa. Set up by Troy. And Haggerty with the kill. 20-19 is the score here on court number 2. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Roadrunners. So away we step again. Conclusions when we come back right after this.
I chose Centralia College because I really felt like school, academic-wise and soccer-wise, it would be a good fit for me. And then I come here and I play, and it's like the competition is crazy, and I don't think the label of community college means anything to the skill that people have. My name is Gabby, and I play soccer at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
So back now on court 2, 20-19 is the score, and we got ourselves a 2-1 set lead in favor of Highline. And the serving now is going to be Adrienne Haggerty. She's all set behind the service line, just awaiting the okay from the official to get going. And Haggerty will force the record today for Highline. Now Norris up front. He's going to be hit over by Tao. Haggerty waits for it. Set up by Troy. Here comes Nguyen on the soft approach, and it's going to be able to save by Tao. Zachman. And Nguyen again. Blocked up by Alpha-Tui to tie it at 20. What a matchup this has been on court number 2. And now a timeout taken by Highline. So away we step again. Promise. We'll be right back after this.
Life is about moments.
If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings. Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What'd you say, Quaid? See ya! Right at it, right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
So back we get to it. Henry with the serve and nicely handled in the back. Henry able to get to it. And put across now by Troy, waiting for his opportunity. Set by Norris. And the point goes to the Roadrunners, so they take the lead 21-20 here in set number 4. Again, trying to force that fifth and deciding set. And now set to do the serving is off Latui. And the service is up and over. Kawa waits for it. Set up. Here comes Nguyen. Nguyen handled by Newt. Norris again, and here's Philly. Big set here. Troy blocked up front, and Linn-Benton wanting 4 touches, and they aren't going to get it. Norris sets, and Janelle Wright puts it away, 22-20. And now Linn-Benton putting themselves in great position to try and force that fifth and deciding set. Now service up and way out of bounds. 23-20, Linn-Benton with the lead. So buckle your seatbelts. This is going to be a long ride here as a timeout will be taken yet again. But before we step away this time, we would like to remind you that today's game is brought to you by the Northwestern Athletic Conference. Fans, be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also, visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on sports, schedules, stats, and more.
Centralia College because I love the small town feel here. You know, everyone has each other's back. We're all winning programs. We have a lot of competition here. A lot of it is the support coming from the community that you might not feel anywhere else. My name is Autumn Duran, and I play volleyball for Centralia College, and I go boldly.
So back to the action we get as we got ourselves a barn burner here, 23-20 in favor of the Roadrunners, and trying to force that fifth and final set in this A bracket matchup. So we show you there, Highline leads it 2-1. And now we just need the okay from the officials to get going once again. As Alplatui is set to serve, waiting for it on the opposite end is Nguyen, and a block up front, but not able to clear the net from Linn-Benton. And a correction, they awarded the point incorrectly, so now it's going to be 22-22. So a good one brewing here. Serve up and over from Troy. Waiting for it is Alplatui. Set by Norris outside, and Janelle Wright puts it away for the point. 23-22. And that's going to send Kathleen Carrillo back to serve. Again, 35 minutes away from the start of the second game on court 1. This ball set awkwardly up front. Troy's got to put it across and does so, tying us at 23. Yeah, we'll see. We may be in the offing for an extended set. As the serve is up and over. Set up on the inside. Big opportunity here for the Thunderbirds. Sackman handled well. And waiting for it now. Underneath it is Kawa. They go to Sackman again. Sackman over the net. And it's match point for the Thunderbirds. So big situation here, and a timeout taken by the Roadrunners. So away we step again. We'll be right back after this.
Life is about moments.
If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings. Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade? See ya! Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
So back we get now to the action. Again, match point for the Highline Thunderbirds. And we saw match point one on a service ace last night. Service up and over, waiting for it. Norris outside. They go to Tao, who ties it up. So we're in for an extended set here on court two. My goodness. So the serve from Nuth is up and over. Waiting for it is Kawa. Set up on the outside. And Ribeiro picks it up. So Ribeiro gives match point number 2 opportunity to the Highline Thunderbirds. 25-24 the score, and Kawa to serve. Service from the Highline libero up and over. Set by Norris on the outside. Here comes Tao. Dug out well. Set up by Haggerty. Here comes Sackman. And that was hit well out of bounds. And they're able to save it. My goodness, what defense from the Roadrunners. And Haggerty with the kill. And that is the game. 26-24, the Highline Thunderbirds claim it. My goodness, what a set 4 it was. And we will be right back after this. More coverage here on Court 2 when we come back. And you're watching the NWAC Sports Network.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Chose Centralia College because I love the small town feel here. You know, everyone has each other's back. We're all winning programs. We have a lot of competition here. A lot of it is the support coming from the community that you might not feel anywhere else. My name is Autumn Durand, and I play volleyball for Centralia College, and I go boldly.
Volleyball championships. Wes Tucker here on court 2. I got my new friend Adrian Haggerty. Adrian, what a game.
Yes, what a game. Oh my goodness.
I like the eye roll there. What a game. So what do you think you could have done better in that game so it's not as close?
Again, like yesterday in my interview, it comes down to consistency, and you know, it's the team that can do 2-3 points in a row of good volleyball, and if you could take that lead, then you got to use it. And I think that it was close because we were kind of back and forth with Linn-Benton. They're a really good defensive team, and I think they were putting up pretty consistent points too. So I think that's what made the difference.
So Linn-Benton came into this game facing you 3 times. They shut you out in the preseason tournament 2-0. Right. Then you, both times you played them after that, 3-1, once at home, once away. So after they won that first set, what was the mood on the bench over there?
The first set today?
Yeah.
I think that we just wanted to come in and play the game that we know Highline can play. When we're on, we use the momentum, and so I think we just came out with a little more fight, and maybe that made the difference too.
All right, and your next game is going to be against the juggernaut Spokane, who has lost only 9 sets all season. So what's your team's mindset going into that game?
I think the main mindset is to go in and just play Highline volleyball. Just play our game and fight as hard as possible. They're a good team, but, you know, we're here. Anyone can win. We'll see.
All right, well, we'll see that game a little later tonight over on Court 1, some quarterfinal volleyball here on the second day of play. But until then, from all of us here at the NWAC, I am Wes Tucker, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
I chose Centralia College because I really felt like school, academic-wise and soccer-wise, it would be a good fit for me. And then I come here and I play, and it's like the competition is crazy, and I don't think the label of community college means anything to the skill that people have. My name is Gabby, and I play soccer at Centralia College, and I go boldly.